Hey guys, so today we are going to learn how we can use our calculators to find the correlation coefficient. So let me hide this here. Oops, view, hide, view, hide. Here we go. So I have a couple of steps written down. We already know how to enter our data into lists by hitting stat and then enter. So that's the first thing we want to do is enter the data in so the calculator has that. The second one is we want to make sure that the diagnostics are on. And here's how you do that, okay? So under here, let's do our first step is you go to the catalog, which is second. You hit the second button. Remember, anytime I put things in a square, it means it's a button. And then you need to find the catalog button. It'll be written in blue, so second and then catalog. So you may need to pause and just look. Second button means it's going to be blue, and find catalog written in blue. And once you do that, you need to arrow down all the way, arrow down to where it says diagnostic on. And diagnostic off is going to be the first diagnostic. Do not hit that. You want diagnostic on, and then you hit enter twice. So remember, this is the shape for enter, and you got to hit it twice until your calculator says done, okay? And once the diagnostic is on, so I'll show you how to do that. You do second, catalog here is over the 0, and arrow all the way down to diagnostic on. Down. Almost there. There it is. I passed it. Ah! Now I passed it the other way. Oh, here it is. Oops. And then enter. Cool. Now our data is in our lists. Our diagnostic is on. Now we can do the third step, which is go back to stat. Okay, go back to stat. And you'll need to write this down and try it on your calculator, okay? Go back to stat and then right arrow over to calc. Okay? And then when you are there, you are going to choose Lin Reg. The first one, although I don't think it matters, but just choose the first one. And that means linear regression. So let me show you. So now, I don't know if I have data in this one, you guys. Let me check that stat. Enter. I don't have any data. Let me do 4, 3, 9. And then on the other side, I'll do 8, 6, 5. Now I have some data. I don't know what it'll give me. What we are doing is we're doing stat, right arrow over to calc, choosing Lin Reg. Okay, it's number 4. You can either hit number 4 or hit enter, arrow down and hit enter. And then if you have an older calculator, you're going to do this. You're going to say parenthesis, and then I put my list into L1, comma, and the second set of numbers was an L2. If you have a yellow one or an older white one, this is what you're going to have to do. Otherwise, make sure that you just hit calculate. If you have one of the new calculators, it's going to come up with a screen that asks you to calculate. So either way you need to do this, it'll still ask you for the lists. It will still ask you for the list. But once you have it in, either you hit calculate or you hit this, and this R value right here, that is our correlation coefficient. So let's go back to our notes and let's put in what we just did. Whoops, I don't want it to go down all the way. Maybe just a little bit. Okay, so choose linear regression, And then 5, make sure, well, let's not say make sure. Let's say, okay, choose correct lists, like L1 or L2, or maybe you put it in L5. I don't know, wherever you put your data. You put in 2 sets of data to find your correlation. So you're going to either have L1, L2, maybe you put it in L2, L5, whichever ones that you want to put together, okay, that you want to find the correlation. 6, okay, you either choose calculate, okay, or you just, on the old ones, you just hit enter. Okay, and it's going to give you your regression. Ta-da! R is your correlation coefficient. Okay, and we already talked about what that meant. The one that I had, it didn't look like it was very correlated. It was negatively correlated at negative 0.5, right? Which is right in between 0 and 1, so it's very low negative correlation. Go back. You may have to try this a couple times. If you have your notes written down and you have listened to this, I will come over and help you out if you need it. But let's talk about what this correlation coefficient means with what we're working on now.